Okay, here we go. A few people on Reddit has been asking me about my character and how you get to make them. So I'm gonna make a short video explaining how this character creator wheel works. So for my specific character, what I'm looking for is tall and thin, and usually what that happens out to be is agility to 100. So you just set your agility, you check over here, make sure that your agility is 100, and that you end up with this skull shape. So basically your skull up top is going to be, your forehead's going to be flat, and your ears are going to be up and pointed. So this is how you end up looking. You're going to be a lot taller than most of the other characters. Well, you end up looking taller because you're skinny. Okay, so it doesn't just have to be this form type, but if this is what you're looking for, you're going to be looking for 100 agility, and you're going to make sure that your forehead's flat. Okay, but you can go back, reselect primal, and this might change. See, I'm going to set this to 100 agility, and it's not going to be that. So every time you load this character customizer wheel, you're going to get a different sort of position of this pentagon here. So right now, I need to go look for another 100 of the statistics that will give you a flat forehead. That might end up being intelligence or it might be vitality. So right now, I would say it is set to intellect. It's a little bit weird. Hang on. It might not be intellect. So it is intellect, but it ends up being a mix of intellect and agility. So see, you end up here. To make the same character, you have to mess around with it sometimes. But the easiest way is to find one that's agility. But that's basically what you want to mold your character to be. Just a flat skull up top, long ears, long snoot. But you can just keep doing it, and you'll find that it changes. See, now it's up here in agility, but it's on the strength side. And it is possible to get one where it's like intellect 100 or strength 100. And with intellect, you end up with a big head, but you still get the skull shape. And you're going to be short. You're going to be short and you're going to have a big head. See, now this one landed in vitality. You have that skull shape. You have the snoot. But now you're at vitality 100%. You end up pretty big with a big head and a big body. But that's the attribute of vitality. The same thing with strength. You're gonna end up really bulky, and your head's gonna be a little bit smaller than this. But yes, basically you're trying to mold your head to look like this. It's flat skull up top, long snoot, long ears. It also changes your your tail, because with vitality, your tail is really short. All right, let's try that one more time. Let's see where we end up with. Okay. So see, now we're in charisma. We're at charisma 100, and we have a long tail. Our head is a little bit smaller, but it does fit the shape requirement. The long snoot, flat skull, long ears. But yeah, if you're interested in having your character look like a fox, wolf, kangaroo thingy, this is how you do it. You have to just keep going back in, uh, keep checking your attributes 100 and see where it lands. This is pretty close, and if you want a mix, you'd find something like this and start working from there. So sometimes it just doesn't work out at all, or it's like too difficult to find. So see, this one's a mix between charisma and intelligence, but it's more towards intelligence. But here it is. See, it's intelligence 53, charisma 24. That gives you the shape for my character. Okay, I hope you found this useful. Sorry that I drug it out a little bit, but yeah, it pretty much covers how random the pentagon of the character creator customization wheel is. And yeah, you can do this at the nuclear stations or whatever. But the problem with that right now is that I don't know if that's being fixed. Because if you do go in there, you will lose your arm color. Like whatever color, like okay, let's go over here. So here you can choose your arm color. Let's say I wanted my kangaroo fox to be an orange armed guy, right? So if I go and either get a fur trim or go into one of the nuclear spots to remold my character, you might lose your color. Like if you want like hot pink and you go in there, you'll end up with the default, which is like orange. This is your default right here. So if you do go in there, be prepared to lose your arm color. So it would be best that you get this right the first time and then don't change it ever if you want to keep your arm color. And I learned this the hard way because on my first character, I ended up doing 25 hours and my arm went from hot pink to orange. And I had it at pink, and I honestly didn't want it to be pink. I actually wanted it to be blue, but I didn't pay attention, and I didn't see that this wheel changes the color on your arm. I kind of just looked at the resistance and like, well, I probably need radioactive, and I ended up with a pink arm. But later on, I did a fur trim, and I ended up with an orange arm out of nowhere. And then I realized that's what happened. So be careful. I don't, like I said, I don't know if that patched that out yet. This video was made at 1.4, the big update that they did, the first one. So hopefully in the future it's all patched out. I'll probably keep making more posts about them fixing that. But for now, I gotta say goodbye because this video is now 8 minutes long. Thank you for listening.